Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey guys,
Hi.
how's it going?
Going
bad.
We grab something.
Surprise, surprise, it's gonna storm again.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really dark out.
It looks pretty, goofy out there.
Yeah,
What weird weather.
it has been weird.
Hey, Tiana. All right, called meeting to order, 7:31. Don't see any public participation. Did you guys get a chance to review the notes from last meeting?
Yes.
So we'll just approve those. Motion to approve May's meeting notes.
Second.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's a yes.
Yep.
Okay, notes approved.
Do you want me to take notes for this one?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if somebody could take notes.
Sure thing.
Thanks. I can share the agenda. Wait a second. All right, you guys see that?
Yep.
Trying to position. So next item is school waste reduction initiatives, which obviously school year's over, but I guess just to wrap up what was going on at the end there. We did start the Dole Bear Food Rescue Program in June for 2 weeks. It seemed to be pretty successful. Yeah, I don't think we got much feedback on that. I think the principal seemed like he wanted to continue in the fall. I think we probably just need to set up a little bit more logistics there, especially with, you know, who's gonna, because there was, I guess, a little confusion on like the lunch monitors, like who's gonna set it up the cooler, put the ice packs in, and then kind of set up a student wrap up, put the items in the refrigerator every lunch. So I think it's just a matter of setting up a little bit more logistics there. And obviously the pickup, volunteer pickup too. But I know that Cheyenne is rearing to get food rescue at more schools next year. So we'll see how that goes.
And it sounded like she's trying to do food from the kitchen, like prepared food that doesn't get to a student's tray, but is like leftover from the kitchen. If they get wrapped up and put immediately in the fridge, that there's potentially an opportunity for that to go to a shelter nearby. So
cool.
she is starting that just at the very end at Greenwood as a pilot. So we'll see if we can do.
Yeah, I think we still need to get some approvals from the food director.
I think that's right. Yeah.
I don't think she was talking to him about it at all. So if you want to expand that, I think that definitely needs
true.
approved by him.
Yeah. And then do we know, are we gonna try to push for compost at Dole Bear also? I know this end of the school year, we were just doing food rescue.
Well, I mean, composting was added to the school facilities budget, so I still need to kind of understand where we're going to be rolling that out in next year. I don't think it's going to be rolled out to every school all at once. It'll probably be staggered. So I just need to get back with Tim and see what he's thinking. But yeah, I think it's going to be coming whether schools want it or not. So.
And I don't think we got any feedback from the volunteers at the little ice cream thank you event, as far as like, feedback on the pickup process. But I'll probably send another email closer to the fall, maybe as we're gearing up to kick that off, just if folks have suggestions or anything.
From
Yeah,
my
we did.
perspective, it always seemed very smooth doing it at Walton. So it was very easy and fun.
Yeah, we did get some feedback at Greenwood. I was there on the last day when we were kind of collecting everything, anything and everything for food. And the lunch monitor there is actually moving to a different position, and I'm hoping that they'll replace her, because otherwise we won't have anybody in there to help us. I'm assuming she'll get replaced because I don't know how she wouldn't. But yeah, I think we would just have to kind of meet the new person and get a clear understanding of like what we would like help from that person on with regards to food rescue and composting. So I think the other lunch monitor was stretched thin and she was in the classroom a lot rather than cafeteria. So she did, kind of say something like, we need more help. So just something to keep in mind. And I know that she was also setting up the compost bag liner every day, which should have been the janitor, but so more logistics. But yeah, other than that, obviously we won't have much going on this summer. I think we're just planning for the fall, and I'll catch up with Tim, see what he's thinking with the composting. I would like to do something with recycling, the Galvin in the fall, and kind of re-roll out that program somehow. And I'd like to have a better system set up for that, maybe new bin structure. So yeah.
Did we get any final stats on the food rescue and compost from the elementaries? Like, we had some stats around Earth Day timeframe.
Yeah, I know Cheyenne mentioned that. I don't know if she's gone out of the country yet, but I think she should be still on email, but she said she was going to get that together.
Well, just great to celebrate.
Yeah.
How much we did.
Yeah, let me follow up with her on that.
If we do end up doing composting at the Dole Bear, is it on us to sort of get like the bags and the barrel and everything, or is that something the school does? Like, how does that work?
That would come from the school's facilities budget. So all the composting program costs would come from them.
Okay. I didn't know if we were involved in like the setting up or helping them to kind of start that process.
Yeah, we would definitely be involved in I mean, at this point they know kind of like what materials they need, because they do it at a couple schools already. So they're ordering the bags for those schools, so they'll just continue ordering them for other schools, and then we'll have to purchase more barrels. But
okay,
yeah,
our involvement is more on the like being there the first few lunches to educate and get folks up to speed, but then like the bags and stuff stay as a school.
Okay, sounds good.
Signage especially.
Yeah.
Right.
Which we'll probably have to make new signs for the coming year, because they're probably trashed at this point.
No, probably.
Did you
Uh,
guys say Galvin was the main holdout on this program?
For which one?
The
Compost?
food, well, I guess for food rescue and composting.
Yeah, I
Woodville
think
also.
they're hesitant
Woodville also.
about kind of any new program in the cafeteria. That's kind of why the recycling program wasn't very successful, because they just have their hands full with so much in that cafeteria. It's like craziness there.
Because of the volume of students, because it's so much bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much bigger, and they just have a lot more issues to deal with.
I see. Older.
in that
But yeah, middle schoolers don't listen as well as
Yeah.
elementary schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the fifth graders were like, yeah, on it, but then after that, it's just downhill.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I mean, it seemed like, I mean, we met a couple of kids at the Galvin at that ice cream social that seemed like they were interested in doing like green team. Like, I think that's
Mhm.
really where like all these programs need to come from, the kids, and they need to be more self-sufficient
Mhm.
in that way. And so
Yeah.
It's good.
So yeah, more to come. Anything else on schools?
To go let my cat in, it's suddenly pouring.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. Sky's opened again.
All right. Next item is the multifamily recycling.
Yeah, so I sent another
Yeah.
email to the Board of Health folks, and I have heard
Nothing?
nothing. I'm also, when I sent an email a couple of weeks ago, I tried to find their like meeting agenda online to see if the topic had even been on their agenda, and it looked like they maybe hadn't met in several weeks. So I don't know if maybe they take a chunk of the summer off, or
There was
or
no
just
meeting on
there
the
was just no
schedule?
meeting. Yeah, it had been like a few weeks since there was a meeting scheduled at the time when I looked. So so I will look again and nudge again, but I've heard nothing
Yeah, I
back
think
from my last couple of emails.
maybe showing up at a meeting is what needs to happen at this point.
Yeah, but at the time there wasn't a meeting scheduled. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I will I'll keep an eye out for a next meeting and try to just pop in.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate they're not responding.
Yeah.
All right. So next item is the Green Business Program. I sent you guys some examples. I actually have some, oops, 1 second. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
So I brought up some examples that I sent over, so we can kind of look at them. These are the ones that I thought were helpful. So this one I really liked.
I saw this one. Yeah, I like this one too. I went through this one. This one was great.
Yeah, it's like a point structure, bronze, silver, gold. So it gives you certain points for doing certain things, and I think it's like very straightforward. All the things like I think make sense to include in a program that we would have. So I think, yeah, kind of like using what people have already set up instead of reinventing the wheel, I think makes sense.
For sure. For sure.
And then you can see like the points for bronze, silver, and gold here. And then I think it's important to kind of showcase, like figure out ways to showcase these businesses. So not only like a sticker, but like, you know, we could do a picture with the mayor, definitely share on social media. You know, think of different ways we can kind of highlight this program and the businesses that participate in it. And like this one is just like the California Green Business Network. It's just kind of highlighting like the different areas we can focus on. So like if we don't see something on this list, we can kind of go back and say like, okay, what categories do you want to focus on? I think this hiring local vendors is an interesting one.
Mhm.
I guess that goes along with like buying local,
Mhm.
but like having to do with like less vehicle use, I hadn't really thought of it in that way. And yeah, commuting sustainably is another one. I know we don't have like the best public transit around here, but something we can definitely look into, or like yeah, biking and whatever else. One
Well, and
thing,
especially as like more of the bike infrastructure is getting built out, like with the Long North Ave and stuff like that. It certainly can.
I don't know, I'm assuming that businesses can't do something like add a bike rack in front of them for business.
I was just gonna ask that. Yeah, like
question.
what places have bike racks and is the business able to buy it, or is that a town thing?
There
I
are
don't
very
know.
few bike racks. There's
Yeah.
a map of them on one of the town pages. It's linked on our resources and tips page.
Okay.
There's like
Yeah, I'm
one at the
wondering,
bottom
like,
of the lake, one in that parking lot across from farmland.
Hmm.
And there's one at the bottom of the lake. There's like not very many.
Not that many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
that
I
many.
mean, I know that's something that the new plan is
Yeah, the
working
bike
on,
ped thing.
but like if businesses could buy like those like standalone like silver rack
Yeah.
things and like put it in front of their door or something,
Totally.
that could be something. Oh, and this one, this is like a form from a place in New Jersey. So this could be like the form that they fill out.
Mhm.
That has all the different actions in each category. So I think this is like also another way to kind of make a checklist or something.
So is a lot of this just gonna have to be like the honor system, or is there, I mean, how do you monitor some of this for businesses?
I think we would definitely want to check.
But like,
Not
like
take
the other
away.
page you were showing before, some of the things like low flush toilets and eliminating just proper disposal of chemicals. Like how would one even begin to monitor that stuff?
I mean, we could go in and be kind of like an inspector and, see which ones they're claiming they do. And
Yeah.
maybe
I mean,
they're-
that's the best I can think of too. Like spot checks or something, but
yeah, just,
yeah.
I mean, we don't want to be too like intense about it, but
Right.
I
I
don't
think
think,
a lot, like some of this stuff from a business owner perspective, like the non-toxic cleaners, I use that for my business, but I think it's a quick, like for a lot of businesses, it doesn't even register. So I
Matter.
think that something, yeah, like it doesn't matter. So I feel like that
Yeah.
things like that, like we can fix, like it, maybe just having them think like that,
Right. Yeah.
commit to something like that.
Like some reminders of like little
Yeah.
changes they could make that
Right.
really wouldn't impact their day to day, but could make a difference
Exactly.
environmentally. Yeah.
To that point, I wonder, is there a way for us to help them find products that are sustainable? Like here are some good green cleaners, here are some good compostable takeout containers.
It's a good thought.
I don't know if we run into like a conflict if we're promoting that certain
well, that's
brands are good or
something
not.
Aaron asked if our committee could help the businesses with the bylaw.
Right. Yeah.
So she did ask us if we could help out finding alternative products. So if she's asking us, then I'm assuming it's okay for us to do.
And also like looking for certain buzzwords are important, like, if an appliance, like an Energy Star, or if you're certain compostable things, like looking for that little tagline, or, even materials like bamboo versus, that kind of thing. can help, so they can really pick whatever they want, but looking for those certain things can put them on the right track.
Mhm. Melissa, did you know that Erin's our neighbor? She
Yeah.
lives on Fairmount too. She's my next door neighbor.
I'm
Seems like
aware.
the cool street to be.
We also have a town councilor up the street,
Who's that?
Bob,
Hmm,
forgetting his last name.
didn't know that. Cool.
So are we thinking of making like our own, like using these types of things and pulling from them what we feel would be
Yeah, so
Like-
I feel like this is a pretty comprehensive list.
right? Like this
Mhm.
seems like a lot.
I don't
for-
think, yeah, I was thinking we would reduce it so it's not overwhelming.
Okay, cool.
Just pick like the low hanging fruit ones maybe to start out with,
Mhm.
and then we can build it from there.
I'm happy to volunteer as like the person to create this document. I could make it kind of from scratch, but pull the ones that we think and start something so we have something more tangible to kind of work from or build off of, if that's helpful.
Thank you.
Do we want to, so you mentioned like start with the low hanging fruit. Do we want to start with like, here are the set of things that get you to bronze
Mhm.
this year, and then like see how many takers we get some feedback, and then we could always introduce a silver level.
Yeah, I mean, we
If some
could
folks are succeeding at bronze, we add some more.
use
And
this point system here.
Mhm.
So basically like take this list and then attach like, I mean, or we could just use the points that are already in here, like we could figure out our own points. So like, yeah, I think attaching points to each action. So like the easiest things at 1 point, harder things 2, etc.
and there'll be some things that are outside of folks' control.
Mhm.
But I guess part of the nice thing about a point system is, if there are certain things they can't do, they can get points for the ones they can. It's not. I would be concerned about sort of an all or nothing.
Mhm.
You can't be a
Definitely.
green business if you don't use solar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Because then we'd exclude folks
Not
that,
really,
that
yeah, with limiting.
don't own their roof.
I like that you can pick and choose because every
Mhm.
business is different, and not everybody uses to-go containers. And like
Right, right.
not everybody has a product to sell, so you need a bag or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is
Mhm.
applicable to all.
We should think whether there's what I guess the minimum number of points is, because if there's quite a number that you only get if you sell food in
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
to-go containers.
Yeah.
Right, that's
A
true.
lawyer's office, can they even achieve bronze?
Right.
If they recycle, they use green cleaning product, but
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but-
mean, if they have a kitchen in their office, I mean, a lot of these things could apply to that,
Mhm.
like
It's true.
okay, that's true.
reusable cups, no straws, yada, yada.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think if we can start with things that they already have that maybe they can alter, that could be,
Mhm.
starting with those types of things instead of like new, that just, not everybody's open to huge, big changes all at once. So maybe some of the things they already have in place and just altering them can work.
Yeah, I mean, they should be adhering to the bylaws, so that would hopefully be a given.
Yeah, right.
Um, So
I
yeah,
wonder
maybe
if anyone's
we'll
developed
give-
an app for this, because like I could imagine, wouldn't it be nice if they have to snap a picture of these things? Here's a picture of our reusable mugs. Here's a picture of our recycling.
California Green Business Network.
That's a good question.
Like rather than like checking things on a
Mhm.
form, like if they have, yes, they
Yeah.
could fake a picture, but
Yeah,
it's
but
a little hard.
I mean, we
harder to
could,
do.
I mean, I don't know. Probably would be a lot to make our own online form.
Right.
Well, to make an online form that you can add pictures to, it's easy enough to make an online, like a Google form.
Yeah.
But can you do a Google form, or the answer is take a picture?
I don't know. I've never seen one. And how long would this, let's say a business would be certified green, like how long do we feel that would last for? Is it like a yearly thing, every 2 years, every 3 years?
Good
Forever?
question. Yeah, I don't know, like what other thing.
I saw all different ones.
It says recertification. I mean, maybe you could do.
Oh, it says 3 total years at the top, that first paragraph.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have said 2 to 3. Like
Yeah.
1 year feels like kind of a lot of effort to make people
Yeah.
recertify each year.
Yeah.
But anything more than 3 feels like we've,
Not enough.
they could
Mhm.
easily backslide in that amount of
Yeah.
time. So 2 to 3 sounds good. Google Forms lets you upload a file as an answer to a question, but not snap a picture in the form. So maybe that's more trouble than it's worth to make folks upload pictures out of a Google Drive.
Yeah.
And a slick app would be a cool thing to build. So if I hear of any,
I feel like there's got to be something out there.
someone's got to have done this.
Mhm.
I can't be
An
the
app
first
for
person to
everything.
say it.
Seems like.
Yeah.
And like I was just thinking of the, like if there's a logo or a seal of some sort that we're using that says like,
Yeah.
green business certified, like, is that something we can provide to businesses that they can include on their business cards, or like a takeout menu, or like something where we can sort of spread that logo a little bit?
Sorry, my camera.
Right. More than just in their window, but things that get
Right.
spread
Things that
around.
get distributed so
Yeah,
people
yeah,
start to
for sure.
recognize it, right?
Mhm.
That's why I was saying we should come up with different ways to highlight this whole thing and the businesses that are participating. So yeah, we should obviously develop some sort of sticker or
Right. Okay.
and then share it on social media, have the city, we'll have the space on our website.
Mhm. What about that list? Like I get emails from you, Tiana, about various things. Like, can we?
Oh, to
do
our
like some
email,
kind
our
of-
ESC email list?
Yeah, the ESC, like
Oh,
an
sure.
announcement of the launch of the program and like the inaugural members, or whatever that goes out over
Sure.
that.
Yeah, there are only like 30 people on that email list.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say
that's
that's
reach.
not
Too bad.
really-
Its reach is
Not a huge
mostly
reach.
ESC members and their closest fans. So
Right.
Obviously, yeah, we want to include the Chamber of Commerce too. I've talked to them in the past about this. So we could, they could help us showcase this.
it'd be good to get their feedback on it too. Like, here's
Yeah.
our proposed structure and set of points and stuff, and see what they
Yeah.
think.
Not every business is part of the chamber, but
Right. We should get feedback from Erin too.
Mhm.
yeah, she suggested,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. On like the details, like as we pull the details together. In concept, yes, a green business thing is great. When we say like, here's the actual checklist and it's good for 2 years or 3 years.
yeah, we should definitely pull in Erin, Chamber of Commerce, and probably like Jen McDonald. And,
Jen might have some other ideas also on how we can help
marketing,
folks like market that they are a green business.
Mhm.
I imagine maybe she could send out a blast of,
yeah.
here's the
I
first.
have to work with her on like the sticker and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah, have to design something.
I wonder if some of the like participating businesses would be willing to, have a small sign on their counter, like support the other small business, all the other green businesses. So it's like businesses helping businesses across the community. So it's like a list there, and they're all
That'd be
helping each other,
nice.
maybe.
Yeah.
From the ones that whoever sent out the list, it looked like that for some towns, they did that as a separate tier, like you're on a higher tier, you're part of this like green
If you
business.
help the promotion.
Right, yeah, so if you,
Okay.
You
yeah,
can
so
get
if you,
points.
yeah, so you get
Yeah,
point or something
that's
like
a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a random question. Do we have a budget?
Yes.
So like we could hire a designer to design a sticker or
We
something.
don't
for
have a
the-
huge budget. We have a budget.
Okay.
I can design the logo. I do things like that. I actually have a greeting card company, so I do all designs and logos a lot. So unless somebody else
Cool.
feels
Oh,
like
cool.
they can do that, I do that all the time. So I'm happy to put together a bunch of them and see what you guys think, and we can tweak them and see, you know, I could just put
That's
a bunch of
awesome.
stuff together.
That'd be
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, that's
Okay, is
great.
that okay? Does anybody feel like they want to
I am
take?
no designer.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
not my
defer to
strength.
you.
Okay, I got it. I got this one.
I can make a Google form, but I am not a designer.
I can
All right,
write
no,
you a
I-
press release.
all
And
right.
that I'm not designing.
Hey, you did design a tablecloth, yeah.
Yeah, put me on the logo.
I
Put me on-
didn't though. We enlisted our Jen's help to design a tablecloth. I suggested a tablecloth and then I added it to the Vistaprint site. Which, by the way, it's in. I have it.
Yeah.
When's the farmers market? I should
End
make
of
sure that.
July. Yeah, I should get it from you.
But I'm away the end of July, so I won't be there. So I should make sure that one of y'all has it.
Yeah.
For,
Yep.
Cool. Sitting in my closet. It's really nice.
Nice. Can you iron it for us? I'm just kidding.
I don't know if I even have an iron anymore. I don't.
Oh, wow.
A steamer works if you have one of those for the tablecloth.
I could like drape it near my shower. But that's the best I get. I'm happy to give it to someone and they can iron it.
Yeah, I think if you want to like put something together, Christina, we'll have to definitely run it by Jen McDonald, the
Of
marketing.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something for like the next time we meet, like next month, if I have them all ready for that? Like, is that timeline okay?
I mean, that would be amazing, but no
Oh,
pressure
yeah.
to do it in the next month.
Oh yeah, no, it's easy. I do this all the time. It wouldn't take me long, so I can get that done. I just didn't know what the timeline was for something like that.
I mean, we're just beginning to talk about this whole
Yeah.
thing, so
All right,
no rush.
got it.
Yeah, so let's convene with Aaron, Chamber of Commerce. So I don't know if we want to try to put together a list in the meeting now, or like each of us kind of put together what we think should be in the list and come back for the next meeting and talk about it. What do you guys think?
I think maybe, I don't know if we can start with, I mean, just in my mind, I see like 1 point, 2 points and 3 points and like what we can plug into those. I don't know if that's helpful to say, like, if people can say, oh, that would be 1 point or something like that, and just at least have some categories to start with.
Yeah. I mean, we could
That
use-
yeah, just that would pertain to either most businesses or kind of like that low hanging fruit, something that's kind of easy for them to attain.
We want to just like go through this list and nix
Yeah.
anything that doesn't
Yeah, right,
seem
something like that.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Or I can write down on this end too, if you want to name the ones that we like and include them.
So the straws. I mean, we already have the bylaw that says the businesses can't give out straws, but they can have the straws on the side.
We might
So,
want to have that
like,
one more
strawless is kind of
explicitly.
the next step, where like you either go strawless or you have like an alternative type of straw that's not plastic on the side.
Right, they should get 0 points for
Following the
following
law.
the bylaw.
Adhering to the bylaw, yeah.
Right.
I mean, if we want to be nice, we could give them points.
Like a bonus, it's like a bonus point, I
Yeah.
guess.
I don't know.
Like at least everybody gets 1 point.
Yeah, but we have to do that.
I mean, not all businesses are complying with them.
Well,
That's probably
but
true.
there's a difference also between like they have plastic straws that they don't automatically give you, and they've gone to the trouble of having strawless cups, strawless lids or
Yeah.
compostable straws, right?
Yeah, so I think,
But like maybe the wording of this one is, remember, per the bylaw, you can't just go giving out plastic straws. Like you get a point for this sort of as it's written, but also as a reminder, no plastic.
So can we say compostable straws, or can we say non-plastic straws? Or can they
Well,
technically hand out a plastic straw or no?
no, that's
They're
what my law is saying you can't.
You
You
cannot,
can't
okay,
have a straw. You're not supposed to automatically hand out a straw, it's only by request.
got it, okay.
So they can have them. They can have plastic straws. They just can't
Okay.
Have them, they
give
just
it to you unless you ask for it.
Exactly.
Okay, so can the question, or can we change it to having non-plastic options for straws so that, or
Yeah.
something like that, where it's like they get a point for not having the plastic?
Yeah, so I would say like, you know, we could have a waste reduction category, and one point would be for having alternative straw that's not plastic, and then maybe 2 points would be strawless.
Okay,
And then like for this one, I would like break these up too. Like this would be 1 point and then this would be 2 points. Like I feel like reusable should have higher points.
I can see that. Yeah.
So I think like these two, I think right now, like for the first part, we want the second part too. These two. Biodegradable. So I mean, the bylaws is only for the styrofoam bylaw is only for styrofoam. It's not like saying you can't have plastic to go containers. We should have a black plastic.
I was just gonna say, can we suggest like if you have plastic to go containers, they aren't black plastic.
Yes, 2 points for that.
Is the black
And I
plastic not recyclable?
That's right.
Yes, get with the program.
I didn't know that.
Now you do.
Mm.
Yeah, the like optical sensors in the recycling sorting just can't see the black plastic. So black plastic, totally not recyclable.
What about the biodegradable part? Like, I mean, I'd love to see that for I don't see a lot of restaurants around here doing the biodegradable ones at all.
The problem with biodegradable though is that our trash gets incinerated, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, it doesn't, okay.
I think it more
It's
matters
compostable.
yeah, if it's compostable or if it's made from plants and not from fossil fuels. So
Okay.
I think those things are more. I don't know why my camera keeps freezing.
But I think it is nice here how they say, make sure they are certified compostable, because our Black Earth doesn't want it if it's not, if it just says compostable but isn't certified, they don't want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for to-go containers, I think like non-plastic, non-black plastic, compostable. I mean, reusable, but we're not there
And
yet. Hashtags. Efficient light bulbs, definitely.
Mhm.
I like the native plants.
I don't think the native plants really apply because not a lot of businesses have room for that.
I mean, not on Main Street, but elsewhere
Yeah.
around town.
Yeah, I mean, we could keep it in there, but I don't think many will. I mean, window boxes.
How about for having plants in general? I don't know if that's part of this list, but like, you know, restaurants and stores, if they have that in terms of like the air quality and I don't know,
Yeah,
you know, just a point for,
Mhm.
Right. I mean, and they could achieve that if they get some plants and they, you know,
some
don't
plants,
need
yeah.
it.
I went into a restaurant yesterday and it was all fake plants, the entire thing. And it really like had a, like, just, I don't know, it just boggled my mind that they would just do all fake plants, but it's easier, I guess.
recycle, definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely 2 points, maybe 3. I don't know. I don't think, I don't know how many businesses recycle. Because I know they have to get their own service. So,
Oh, the businesses do.
why you don't have to at your business?
Well, because it's at my house, I built it out, so it's, I put it in my regular one.
Yeah, the town doesn't pick up any non-residential.
Gotcha.
Recycled paper towels, toilet paper. I would say also recycled napkins.
Mhm.
I think this donate leftover food should get like 3 points. That's a big one.
Yeah.
And it's non-trivial to implement. What I wonder is if some of these things are going to spur some businesses to ask for some centralized help. It's like, how much of a pain in the ass is it for, pardon my language, for a business to figure out donating food to a shelter on their own as one coffee shop that has some muffins left over some of the time. But if more of the, if they could somehow work together to do it, similar with the recycling, like so many of them are in a, if they're in a section where their trash is, in a shared pickup with a handful of other businesses, they either need to talk everyone else into recycling or have it be somewhere else central that they can more easily bring it to. I just wonder if and that may be part of what we're trying to do here is spur enough interest in some of these things that it makes it worthwhile for the town to help or us to help or some, co-op business to spring up that helps, here's where everyone can pay in a small amount and we'll have some centralized compost bins in town.
Right.
I'd love to move in that direction.
Definitely. Purchasing was 20% of local food. 20%. I don't know. What's that?
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I just don't know, like, if we should put a number on it. Like 20%. Like how
Well,
we know that it's 20%.
Hard to measure.
And
Yeah.
is that by dollars, by volume, by,
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's
and I
by,
think,
or by type, food type, I don't know.
Is this something we can combine with like organic as well? I know it's separate, but like if we do put a number on it, like local and or organic foods or something.
Yeah. I would think there would be separate.
They would be separate, okay.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like,
About the 20%.
yeah, I do feel like restaurants and things like that use organic should get points for that because it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, we should think more on like what, if we want to put a percentage. for organic and local, what that would be. Yeah.
I'm wondering if we don't put a number on it at all, and it's just something like, I mean, just something they do or they don't do, and just try, just to start somewhere as opposed to having them miss the mark. Like, yes, we do get some food.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a portion of.
Yeah, just a
Or something,
portion. It could be a little bit, but a little bit is a good starting point, and maybe that can lead to something else for them. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we should definitely see about this bike rack, if it's possible.
I like that idea a lot,
Mhm.
especially if you're going into downtown to like pick up like takeout or something. Like it's really hard to park, and it would be nice if the place just had a little bike rack or something. You could just pull up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the rules for like sidewalk use are,
Oh, right. That's true.
because I know they had to like apply for having like an outdoor patio, like eating area. The businesses have to apply every year.
Mhm.
I don't know if that just includes putting it in the street or if that includes sidewalk too.
Right.
I don't know what the rules are, but something we should look into. Donate to environmental organization nonprofit. I think that's a good one. Water, energy, efficient kitchen bathroom. I feel like these should be broken up probably. Like,
Right.
water, efficient, energy, separate.
On the use clean energy, they can buy into the green choice thing through municipal gas and light.
I'm assuming so, but
I'm sure businesses can.
yeah. Okay.
But then it would be everything. It wouldn't be, that's an all or nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
So we could call it as sign up for green choice.
exactly. Yeah. Green WMLG, whatever. WMGLD. Green choice program. 2 points.
Or through your own, right? Like there may be some businesses that do have solar, and then
Then we get 500 points for that. Green advocate. Oh, there you go. Tender meeting.
be our friend.
Well, that's cool. It's probably going to be the business owner, I'm guessing. But
Yeah. I think that's a good one. Stormwater management. That's probably gonna be. Green cleaning, definitely.
Although
like
it's
that
about
should
the
be-
stuff about it being related to this particular river that is in Maryland.
Does anyone feel like it should be only like 1 point? I don't know. I feel like 3 points. It's like,
For which
Yeah.
one?
No, I think it should be maybe 2.
yeah, two, like, they can just,
3, maybe, yeah, too much.
yeah, there's too much for that. All right.
But yeah, we could say help protect Lake Q. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Reusable bag drop off.
Hmm.
Oh,
Right, we already have a plastic bag ban,
Mm-hmm.
this is like a reusable bag program.
right?
That's, that's not a lot for businesses to do. And obviously we should, you know, have
Mhm.
a free form one.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Open one.
For the bags, can a business like I never know, I bring my own bags, but like what if a business accepted you bringing reusable bags or they encouraged it or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like
mean-
reusable cups.
Yeah, like just said, hey, because I never know, I bring my coffee mug and
Mhm.
things like that, but I don't care. I just ask anyway,
Like,
but
give a
if they-
discount.
yeah,
Yeah.
like something that said
Tiny
like,
bit
hey,
off.
right, you 10 cents off your cup of coffee, or like bring
Mhm.
your own bag and you get X whatever. I don't know, something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So they know it's an option.
we could have that.
Yeah. Like promote.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I know that like Creations Coffee gives a discount for a reusable cup.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some stores even, I think some bigger stores do give you a discount for bringing your own bag, like Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 5 cents a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, so I think one of them should definitely be like encouraging other businesses or
Mhm.
advertising or something along those lines. Yeah, I think energy audit's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, motion lights. Energy center.
The Granville thermostat's a good one.
Mhm.
Wonder if there's something to add around like this really bothers me with businesses when they're like blasting the air conditioning, but they have their door wide open like all summer long. I find that to be so annoying. And I get why they do it. They want to be inviting, yada yada, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I would go in anyway, even if the door was closed. So I don't know if there's some way to phrase that concisely, but
Keep your doors closed when air conditioning is
right.
on.
Yeah. Like seems so straight basic, but I don't know.
I do think some things worded like that in more layman's terms would be helpful. I think we understand a lot of this stuff, but something a little more simple might be like
Mhm.
that, could
Yeah.
be like, or at least give examples,
Right.
I mean, that could be one form of like energy efficiency.
Mhm. Right.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, how about don't run your automatic sprinklers when it's raining?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's another one that annoys me.
That
That's a good
kills
one.
me.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
As well as like this one about, water at the right times for better absorption, like don't
Yeah.
water
I'm
in the
just gonna
middle of
say
the
like
day.
the right time of day. It's a good thing to add in there too.
I think this is a good one.
Like that one, the post information, yeah.
Mhm.
Reduce copying. Copy two-sided. Go like paperless marketing or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't see it on here, but one that I love that businesses do is the like a text receipt or an email, like that option. Because I think a lot of times,
Mhm.
especially if I go for takeout, like they're always giving me the receipt. I'm like, don't give it to me. Just,
Mhm.
Well,
So-
and it does no better if they print it and throw it away on your behalf. You know, like
Yeah.
farmland, do you want your receipt? I
Yeah.
don't,
They
but I
take-
see that
they
it's
don't.
already happened and now
Yeah.
you're throwing it in the trash. So
Correct.
the
yes.
paper waste happened.
Yeah, I know. So something with receipts. I mean, that's just something that bugs me, I guess. Like every time I go, I'm like, oh, so many receipts. I don't want them.
Mhm.
So maybe a point for that option of
Mhm.
text or emailed receipt,
Yeah.
or not printing it.
Or just
Yeah.
not, giving people the option to not
Yeah,
print it in
Or
the
just,
first
yeah,
place.
no receipt. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no receipt option.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, was composting on here?
I didn't see that.
List. Yeah, compost your food waste. It's on this list. That's why I said it next to the pig farmers.
Oh, huh.
Right, there was food donation to shelters, but there wasn't compost.
Yes.
I think both should be on there because
Mhm.
different things go to those different.
Yeah.
Do we know of any restaurants in Wakefield that compost?
I know what farmland does, but it's not a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So they do. Good.
Oh yeah, farmland has like a dozen of the really big black earth bins. Yeah, when the truck pulls up there, it's a lot.
Great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know any restaurants that do.
Okay. Because I imagine they have a ton of food waste. So
Mhm.
might be a heavy hitter for composting.
Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah.
I think we already had these two.
Mhm.
Oh, condiments. We could do no individual packet condiments.
Mhm.
Like having like a big dispenser instead. I mean, that the soap dispenser just sparks
Mhm.
that, but I don't think individual soap packets. I don't think that's a thing.
I like the recycled paper, like for printer paper,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Trying to think of things that are applicable to not restaurants.
Yeah, this
I think that's a good one.
printer jet recycling.
Yeah, that's a
Cell
great
phones,
one.
Batteries, like
Yeah.
do better at recycling your electronic waste.
Yep.
Inkjets, cell phones, batteries.
E-waste recycling. Printer cartridge recycling. Yeah, I think we'll have a good list at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just thought this calculator was cool. I found within this. So you can calculate how much it would cost you to use reusables. Reusable. So I guess it's like a resource you could provide businesses as a transition to your practices.
I like that. I think another big component of this is like incentives for businesses. I know we talked about it a little bit, but like that recognition seems to be the big thing. businesses really want that exposure for their business, that recognition, that from the community, and just kind of highlighting that. I mean, this list is great, but I think the first thing is like, how can this help you too? Just to kind of get them open to making these kind of changes when they're kind of in this habit and routine and they order things well in advance in bulk. And, it's kind of these bigger decisions that they may have to make.
Yeah, when we did a survey to businesses, we didn't get a lot of responses, and the responses that we got were like pretty mixed across a group of different types of businesses: bank, coffee shop, insurance.
Mhm.
And the enthusiasm there, it was like pretty mixed on whether they think sustainability is important to their customers. And the vast majority said they'd consider a green business thing if we stood one up. But I think the only person who said sign us up, the enthusiastic of the three options to that question, was Erin Kolkinda, the business development person.
She was testing it out.
She was testing out our survey for us. And some of the commentary in the like open response questions is about like things being hard. They lease their space, so they don't have, they don't have control over certain things, or they don't have enough to bother recycling or composting, staff shortages, things like that. So there's like definitely some hurdles that they mentioned.
Yeah, that's why I think it just that sales pitch a little bit of just what's in it for you. If we can come up with some things like, you said picture with somebody, or if we do a little highlight of the business or an interview with the owner and you put that on social media, something where they're like, oh, good, my business will be highlighted,
Yeah, I mean, they could put it on their website. We could put it on our website. Social media, the decal.
I mean, like, there's got to be maybe even like a list at City Hall or something. Like, I don't know if the library would let us put up a list, or like some place that gets more foot traffic, that isn't just our 30-member email list.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, our Facebook gets more traffic than that, but maybe not a lot. But yeah, something more town-wide. I mean, we can do posters in those poster kiosks.
Right. Yeah.
Easy to put up a poster.
Would be a great one,
it wouldn't
too.
be a permanent one, but certainly,
but that's a great.
Here's the first cohort of businesses. We're proud of you. And great work.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, Jen could do like a news blast, like, are you interested in becoming a green business in Wakefield? Once we roll out the program, then she could, help us gain interest in that.
And is like a list of green businesses something you think the town would put somewhere on their website or something like that?
We'll put it on our page.
Oh, just on our page. Okay. Are you guys thinking of like a sticker in the window, like a plaque, like what does this look like? This, in terms of visually.
I was thinking like a sticker decal to put in the window.
Yeah, that's what I imagined.
Like right by the door.
Similar to how some of them have the like member of the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else with this? So I guess, Christina, you are gonna kind of put together a form, said like this.
Yeah, I can put together a form. I took notes on the things that we kind of said, or at least get like a skeleton form going.
Yeah, and you could share it on Google if you want.
Yep, I'll share that with you guys. people can add, that kind of thing. And then at least from there, we can figure out maybe the points thing after, if we're like, if we do some math next meeting or something, and we could figure out what tiers everybody's in and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we can determine like what we want for like bronze, silver, gold.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
do some other color system or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any other matters not anticipated?
I had a question. This might be covered in the main meeting, but what are the plans for the farmers market?
Yeah, I was gonna put that on the agenda for the next meeting. We are scheduled to have a table there July 29th.
Yeah, just for like to talk about the committee, or we have handouts usually, or I don't know.
Yeah, so we have like some signs on different things that we usually put on the table, along with I have sort of a diorama of waste bylaw things,
Mm-hmm.
and like sign up sheets.
Mm-hmm.
We've done like a waste sorting game before at
Oh,
tables.
that's fun. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah, I mean, we could talk at the next meeting if we want to do something other than what we've done in the past.
Yeah. Okay. I unfortunately can't make the next main meeting. I'm going to be out of town, but I'm happy to help with the booth on the day, if you need support there.
Yeah.
And one thing I was considering or just thinking of possibly was the plastic free July situation going on. Like, I don't know if plastic free is completely free is feasible for like most people, but there could be some kind of handout we put together with like some easy ways to cut down on your plastic consumption in honor of this month, like just some tips, small, easy things you can do. Bring your own, container to when you go out to dinner, or whatever, things like that. So that is a consideration if we're looking for like something else we want to have at the booth.
Yeah, I mean, we probably shouldn't call it plastic free July because July will be over at that point, but.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but in general, you could just
Yeah.
tie it to that month. Yeah. Just a thought.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so happy to help with any of that too. And I'm sorry to miss the next meeting, but
Yeah,
keep me looped in.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, we could, I don't know, like have some examples on the table, like.
There are some easy things people could do, like choose eggs that aren't in a plastic
something other
container.
than like printing out a list, because I try to reduce paper.
Right. It could just be like at the table. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we could have, I don't know, a list on our website and then the QR code.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
a single page of it, and
Yeah.
tell folks they can't take it home.
Can't
It's taped to
take
the
it, but
table, but
here.
you can
Right,
take a
right,
picture
right.
of it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Anything else? All right. Our next meeting is the third Wednesday, so July 19th. Does that work for people?
Looks
That
good
works
for me.
Yep, that works.
All right.
I think that might actually be the next Board of Health meeting also, but they meet at 6. So if I'm going to drop in and public participate or something, I'll.
Okay. All right. If you need reinforcements for that, let me know.
I'll try to email ahead and see, like, can this be back on the agenda? Can
Yeah.
you drop in? And if they don't respond, then just drop in.
Surprise.
Respond to my emails. I'm just gonna come knock on your door.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yes.
Yes, everybody's adjourned, wants to adjourn. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
You
Good
too.
night.
Bye.
Yes.